Hi everyone, and welcome to this Map Mavin methods on our open data portal. So what do we mean by open data? I don't want to go on a huge tangent or discussion about what open data is, but for those of you who aren't familiar, it is essentially publicly available data generally put out there by large institutions, governments, etc., with some exceptions, of course. And they're just taking what they've already acquired and put together and making it free and available in the public domain so that people like you and I can make maps with it and a whole other host of things. But we're going to talk specifically about open data that is spatial data. So you've actually, if you watched any of our videos here, come across it in pretty much every video, perhaps unknowingly. For example, these maps right here, or these first two, I made this one, but these first two both contain open data. So these subway stations in here and subway lines, I didn't make those on my own, although I could tediously make the whole thing or recreate it on myself by myself if I wanted to. Instead, I got that data from, in the case of these two maps, the City of New York's open data portal. And many cities, states, and countries have portals like that online. And we've actually got some videos that I encourage you to check out on our support page telling you about some of those examples. We've also got some Map Mavin methods videos in our monthly geospatial times publication that you can find on apollomapping.com that also talk more about where you can find some of these open data sources. Now, having said that, we don't want to leave you in the dark as to making your first maps when you first open your account. You might log into Map Maven, and it can look a little daunting if you don't have any layers already on your computer to put in here. You might be thinking, okay, well, what do I do now? That's where this open data library can be helpful. And also, if you're a more advanced user, you can search for layers that you might be wondering if they're out there and add them to your project. So I saw, let's see here, a layer earlier that I thought was interesting. Walk routes. So walking here, I'll read it to you in a sec, but let's take a look. Walking is a great low-cost way to get active in, it's true, in an effort to encourage more physical activity in Norwalk, the health department led a neighborhood walking program called Become a Norwalker. Love it. So we'll click that little icon. Now we can view the entirety of the information. We get a little preview of what it looks like, and we're given the option to import directly into Map Maven or download the GeoJSON. You'll see I've clicked import to my layers. I get a little pop-up that just showed up saying layer import started. Boom, already done. It's now in there, and I can go ahead and you'll see I've admittedly already uploaded it before because I was just messing around, and boom, it's in there. And I can mess around with it, change it, etc., just like anything else that you've worked with in Map Maven. I'm going to turn this off for the base map so you can see it. Boom, there you go. There's so much stuff in there, and we are adding so much more in the coming weeks and months. So I highly encourage you to check back with us regularly to see what has been added to that open data portal. Thanks.